Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. And before I start this tutorial, I want to wish you all a healthy and safe new year 2021. So today, we are almost end of 2020, and everybody has went through a lot of pain, issues with the pandemic. So I'm hoping 2021 will be a very good year for all of us, and we should focus on learning new technologies as part of our solution. Okay, so let me start on this tutorial. So in today's tutorial we are going to see another topic on SonarQube. So in this tutorial we are going to see SonarQube quality gates, how we can do that in Jenkins Pipeline. Okay, so in my previous tutorial we have seen how to write Jenkins Pipeline to integrate with SonarQube, right? So in this tutorial we will enhance that Jenkins Pipeline script to integrate SonarQube, and also what happens is when the SonarQube detects some bug or vulnerabilities, we can define our quality gates in Jenkins. So sorry, not in Jenkins, quality gates in SonarQube, so that the Jenkins can identify whether the code is meeting the quality gates or not. So if it does not meet the quality gates parameters, it will fail the job. If it meets the parameters, the job will be successful. So this is what we are going to do in this tutorial. Okay, so again, this would be the way how the structure will be looking like. So we'll have the Git where we have the source code which will be checked out or saved by the users, right? And we have the Jenkins which is running on Docker for running the continuous build, right? So once the Jenkins job is run, so the static code analysis will be done in the SonarQube, which is also running in the Docker, and we will have the quality gates configured in the SonarQube, right? And the quality gates we will have two sections. So once the scan is completed, if it's fine, the quality gates are met, it will be passed. If not, it will be failed. So this is how our workflow will be for this tutorial. Okay, so my request for you is, like, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, like the video, share and comment. So if you see, like, I have a CentOS machine in which the Docker is installed, and I have two containers running, right? One Jenkins and one for SonarQube. So if you don't know how to set up Jenkins and SonarQube in Docker, kindly please check my tutorial on that. Okay, so I have Jenkins running, and I also have SonarQube. So you can see this is one of my SonarQube scan which we done as part of previous tutorial, where we have some bugs and code smells and everything detected, right? So similar way we'll be making use of another job today. Okay, so in my previous tutorial this was the project, and if you see we have already written the pipeline script. So I'm not going to write that script again. So you can see it have two stages, right? One for cloning the project from Git, and another is the SonarQube scan, right? So this environmental variable, how we have set how to install SonarQube scanner, how to configure those in the Jenkins, please check my previous tutorial. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to add one more parameter, okay, to do the quality check. Okay, so how we do that, let's do that. So I'm going to write another stage, okay, which I'll call it as quality gates. Okay, and I'm going to define a function, and let me just paste the code here. Okay, so it's understandable from your end itself. This is the standard format for SonarQube. Okay, so I'm just going to give a timeout, and then I'm going to define a quality gate which I'm using this parameter, like wait for quality gates. So if it's okay, it will proceed. If it's error, means if it's failing, it will tell the quality gate failure. Okay, and so the pipeline is aborted because of that. Okay, so let me just go to our SonarQube. Okay, so I need to create a project first. Okay, so let me create a project. So I'm going to call this project as SonarQube test 2. Okay. Okay, let me see, there is some error. Okay, I just call this project as SonarQube test 3. Okay, so it's created. So you can see we have the project as SonarQube test 3. Now if you see the pipeline, we are using the SonarQube test 3 as the project here. And these are some of the parameters which I would recommend you to see my previous tutorial. Okay, so let me save this and let me run the build. Okay, so you can see the build is running. So it's cloning the project and it's doing the process. Okay, let's wait to get our output. If you see if the stage wait for quality gates is still running, so this will keep circling for 1 hour because then only it will get cancelled. So I'm going to cancel this from my end. Okay, if you see the project in SonarQube, you can see the scan result has came, but no, we don't have a quality gates and the webhook configured from SonarQube to Jenkins. So that's why the third stage is not successful. Okay, so we need to do a few more steps on the SonarQube. So the first step is you need to go to administration, go to configuration and webhook, and there you need to create a new webhook. Okay, and you can give any name. So I'll call it as a test, and you need to give the URL. So the URL will be like the first section would be your Jenkins URL. This is my Jenkins IP address and port number. And then you need to give like SonarQube's hyphen webhook. So this will be constant SonarQube hyphen webhook, but this URL will change depending upon your URL. Okay, so let me create that. So you can see it has created a webhook. The next phase is you need to go to quality gates. So now there is a default quality gates which is set for conditions or new code, right? So you can also create conditions again. Okay, so let's create a new quality gate. Okay, I'm going to call it as a quality gate test. Okay, and there are two ways you can do. Okay, you can add a condition, and there are two ways. One is for new code and overall code. So if you give for new code, what it happens, it will only check for the code which are newly added. It will not check the overall code. Okay, so let's put a few things. I will put bugs. Okay, and the value should be greater than 0. Okay, and I will also add one more which is for vulnerabilities, and that also I'll put as 0. Okay, so this is for new code. Okay, we are not doing it for the overall code. Okay, so let's set as the default this one. Okay, I have kept my quality gate test as default. Okay, so you can see there are 4 bugs and one vulnerabilities, but since we are given a new code, let's see what will happen once you run the build. Okay, so I'm running the build again. So it's analyzing our source file. Okay, now if you see, like it says quality gate is okay, right, and the overall pipeline is completed, right? It's success and finished success, right? So if you go to the Jenkins job, it have 3 stages. All 3 stages is completed, right? Now if you go to the project, also it says passed. Okay, now the problem is, like, even though we have 4 bugs and vulnerabilities, the quality gate what we have set is like it's for new code. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it for overall code. Okay, so rather than using for new code, I'm going to set the similar kind. Okay, so I'm going to use bugs greater than 0, and also I want to add one more condition, which is for vulnerabilities. Okay, we can add other parameters as well, depending upon what is your requirement. Okay, so I have add two more, which is for overall code. Okay, so now our quality gate is updated. So let me run the build again. Okay, now if you see this time it says this completed, but quality gate is error, right? And this pipeline is failed. So why? Because we have set the parameters, right? So now we see this one is a failed job. Now if you see, like, since the Jenkins job is failed, even in SonarQube it says failed, right? So as we can see, like, we need to do 3 steps, right, for integrating SonarQube quality gate with Jenkins, right? We have written the pipeline script, right? But before doing that, I would recommend you create your quality gate and the webhook. Okay, so you need to create the webhook first, so that Jenkins can connect, and you define your quality gates. And depending upon that, you define your Jenkins pipeline script. Then you will be able to control your jobs in Jenkins, and it will fail depending upon the parameters which you have set. And you can also add up another stage if you want to send post action, sending some email if the quality gate does not success based on that. So I'll be sharing all these details in my GitHub location, so you can use this pipeline script from there. Okay, so that is all I wanted to show. Like, if you see, like, we completed the integration with Jenkins SonarQube and defined the quality gate as part of this tutorial, right? So I'm hoping this tutorial is informative for you, and thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like the video, share and comment.